Today we will consider 8 measures that continue this committee's record of advancing legislation in areas where there is strong bipartisan agreement. We all have an interest in seeing DHS's hands strengthened when it comes to addressing the complex and consequential challenges posed by terrorist and foreign fighter travel, human trafficking, and acquisition. At the outset, I want to commend the members of the committee's task force on combating terrorist and foreign fighter travel. They delivered a report that set forth a roadmap for improving our ability to prevent terrorists and individuals who have battlefield experience from Syria or Iraq from traveling to the U.S. and carrying out attacks. This bipartisan group, led by Representatives Katko and Sanchez, took on the painstaking process of identifying actions that could be taken by DHS and across the federal government. I want to express my appreciation for the efforts of the Democratic members of the task force, Representatives Sanchez, Vila, and Payne. I'd also like to acknowledge the contributions of Nicole Tisdale on my staff to this bipartisan effort. I'm pleased that today we will be considering 6 measures that flows from the task force recommendations with respect to this multidimensional, multifaceted Homeland Security challenge. I'm also pleased that this committee will be considering timely legislation that Representative Sanchez introduced with Representative McSally to bolster the effectiveness of the Department's Blue Campaign against human smuggling. On this issue of human smuggling in particular, Representative Sanchez is a leader on this panel. Her common sense bill seeks to break down the silos within DHS that undermines its ability to identify and investigate human smuggling rings. January was Human Trafficking Awareness Month, an opportunity to redouble our efforts to identify and prevent these crimes. Enactment of H.R. 4383, the Human Trafficking Prevention Act of 2016, is a spirit of such efforts and holds the promise of saving lives. The final bill that I'd like to highlight today was introduced by Representative Watson Coleman. The DHS Acquisition Documentation Integrity Act of 2016 seeks to ensure that the fundamentals are in place at DHS when it comes to acquisition documentation. The maintenance of accurate and timely information about cost estimates and schedules is no minor matter, particularly for major acquisition programs, those programs with life cycle cost estimates of $300 million or greater. Yet DHS has a checkered record when it comes to holding its components' feet to the fire. Ms. Watson-Coleman's legislation, which was incorporated into H.R. 3572, the DHS Headquarters Bill, would codify component responsibilities with respect to collecting and maintaining acquisition documentation and sets a high bar for when such requirements may be waived. This legislation is timely and important, particularly with DHS operating at sequestered budget levels. Every dollar wasted on a runaway program is a dollar that could have gone to secure the homeland. With that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back the balance of my time.